You cannot talk about the cost of living in Kenya without talking about taxation. Mimi kama wakili tumetengeneza petition inaenda kotini next week. And the petition is very clear. We want to set a constitutional limit as to how much money the government can come into your salary as direct taxation. Because this government has gotten to a point where they think they have a right over your salary. They've gotten to a point where they can go to a 70% if they wanted. Right now, they are civil servants and people who are being taxed to the tune of 35% of your earnings. If this government thinks that it is very sweet to tax people, let them take the salaries, we shall take the taxes. But we cannot get to the point where, and this has to be made a constitutional provision, that the government of Kenya should not take more than 20% of your earnings in direct taxation. And I'll tell you why. When you wake up tomorrow morning, when you go for a cup of tea, when you open your tap, the water is taxed. The tea leaves are taxed. The milk is taxed. The sugar is taxed. The cup from China is taxed. The bread you're going to take is taxed. The minute you get to your car, the fuel is taxed. And it's even worse. Unajua wanatumia V8 ya diesel. These politicians. Diesel is 200 shillings. But paraffin, mafuta taa ya mtu ya kupika ugali is 202 shillings. So they are trying to finish the person at the bottom. So we are saying that we have to get to a point where we say as a country that there has to be a limit as to how far the government can go deep into your pocket to take taxes. Because if we don't do that, Kenya Kwanza will get to a point where they can tax 99% of your salary, unabaki na shilingi moja. So I am asking the people to support us in this. You cannot talk about the cost of living without talking about taxation. Because the first thing that is making life very expensive is taxation. You're being told fuel is 211 shillings. But more than 70 shillings out of this 211 is government tax. So if we are going to address the cost of living, right now the Controller of Budget has told us what? That State House was given 2.3 billion shillings in 1 month. I want you to go and do the maths. These people are spending 76 million shillings a day. So what is someone doing with 76 million shillings in a day? What is this that is being cooked at State House? Kwani kitunguu ni pesa ngapi? So they have to tighten their belts as we tighten ours.